Where's dinner? I told you I was coming home today.
You didn't tell me that.
Why do you always do this? Every single time I come home, there's nothing ready.
I checked our message history and you didn't say anything. I thought you'd be home late.
You never check your messages properly. I sent it this morning. Look harder.
I'm looking right now. The last message you sent was yesterday about buying new shoes. Nothing about coming home early today.
This happens because you never listen properly. I definitely told you. You probably forgot because you were too busy with your boring security job.
That's not fair. I always check my messages carefully, especially about dinner plans.
Whatever. Just make something. Wherever you are.
That's impossible. I have a night shift today. Already left. My schedule is posted on the fridge. Haven't you checked it recently?
You always use that excuse. The schedule this, the schedule that. Who cares about your schedule?
It's not an excuse. I've had this shift planned for weeks. You could check it any time.
This is the worst. A husband who just makes excuses is seriously the worst. I can't believe I have to deal with this.
What excuses? I'm literally at work right now. In my uniform, at my post.
I don't care where you are. All you do is make excuses. So you're telling me to eat out again? Your salary is already low and you want me to keep eating out? What's wrong with you?
Hold on. First, you never told me you were coming home. Second, I'm at work. Third, why can't you cook something yourself?
Are you seriously suggesting I should cook? After working all day?
Working all day? Where were you working? You haven't had a job since we got married.
Shopping is work too. Do you know how tiring it is to walk around the mall all day?
I never said you had to eat out. When you don't cook, I either eat out or get convenience store food. You should cook properly. The fridge is full of groceries I bought last weekend.
Those groceries are probably expired. You never buy the right things.
I bought exactly what you asked for. You even sent me a list. Everything's still fresh.
You know I'm not good at cooking. Why do you always pressure me?
I've offered to teach you basic recipes. You always refuse. Even my mother offered to teach you when she visited.
Don't bring your mother into this. She always looks down on me. Just because she can cook.
She was trying to help. Even if you're not good at it, you could at least try doing the basics. I'm not particularly good at cooking either, but I cook when I need to. You could at least do that much.
Basic recipes are still too hard. Why can't we just order delivery?
Because we're spending too much on takeout. Our food budget is 3 times what it should be. I checked our expenses last week.
Now you're monitoring my spending? What kind of controlling husband are you?
It's not controlling to watch our budget. We need to save money too.
Save money for what? Your salary barely covers anything anyway.
My salary covers everything, including all your shopping, and the takeout, and the new clothes you bought last week.
Are you keeping track of my clothes now too? This is getting creepy.
The credit card statements come to me. I pay all the bills. Of course I see the charges.
You're just jealous because I look good in new clothes. Well, you wear that stupid uniform every day.
My uniform is for work. It's not about looking good. It's about being professional.
Professional? You stand around all day watching doors. How is that professional?
That's not all I do, and you know it. I've explained my job many times. You just never listen.
What's there to explain? You're a security guard. End of story.
I manage an entire branch now. I have a team of 15 people under me. But you never ask about my promotions.
What's the point? It's still security work. It's embarrassing.
What's really embarrassing is having a spouse who won't even try to cook, or clean, or do any housework at all.
What are you talking about? Why do you think I got married?
Because we loved each other? Because we wanted to build a life together? Isn't that why people get married?
Oh my God. Are you still that naive? Love? Is this a drama or something?
So why did you marry me then? Not for love.
Don't be ridiculous. You just happened to show up at the right time, and I was tired of doing housework. So when you said I wouldn't have to try too hard with housework as a housewife, I accidentally got married. I didn't expect you to have such a bottom-feeder job as security, but I've been putting up with it.
Putting up with it? You've been putting up with a comfortable life with all bills paid? With unlimited shopping?
It's comfortable? You call this comfortable? I can't even tell my friends what you do.
Same here. Those aren't contributions to... I said I'd help with housework, but I never thought you'd make me do all of it. I have work too, and when I tried to talk about how hard it was, you wouldn't listen.
All you do is complain about work. Security this, security that. It's so boring.
No, you never let me talk about work. You shut down every conversation. You don't even know what I really do.
I know enough. You walk around with a flashlight. So impressive.
I manage building security for multiple high-rise offices. I handle emergency protocols. I coordinate with police and fire departments.
Stop trying to make it sound fancy. You're still just a security guard.
And you're still just avoiding the real issue. Why won't you do any housework? Why won't you even try?
I told you already. I'm not good at it. Why keep asking?
Because that's not a real answer. Nobody starts out good at anything. You have to learn and practice.
Practice what? Washing dishes? That's so beneath me.
Nothing is beneath you if it needs to be done. We're supposed to be partners. That means sharing responsibilities.
Partners? I married down and you know it. You should be grateful I even gave you a chance.
Grateful for what? For making me do everything? For spending my money? For putting me down constantly?
Are you talking back to me now? Is that what's happening? The security guard is getting brave.
You don't need to get sarcastic. I'm just trying to have a real conversation.
Real conversation? About what? How you can't even provide dinner?
This isn't about dinner anymore. This is about respect. And you clearly have none for me.
Respect? Respect what exactly? Your amazing career pushing buttons at a security desk?
You really have no idea what I do you? You've never once visited my workplace, never asked about my promotions, never cared about my career.
Why should I care? It's not like you're doing anything important.
I protect people. I ensure buildings are safe. I manage emergency responses. How is that not important?
Oh, please. You're trying to make guard duty sound fancy again.
This is exactly what I mean. You've decided my job is beneath you, without even understanding it.
I understand enough. My friends all married doctors and businessmen, and I got stuck with security.
Nobody forced you to marry me. Chose this, remember?
Chose? More like settled. I was running out of options.
Options? Is that all I was to you? An option?
Don't act surprised now. You must have known. Why else would someone like me marry someone like you?
Someone like you? What exactly does that mean?
Look at me. I'm beautiful. I could have had anyone.
Then why didn't you? Why marry me if I'm so beneath you?
I told you already. You said I wouldn't have to work hard. Are you threatening me now? Don't try to be clever.
I said I would help. Help! Not do everything myself.
Same thing. You should be grateful. Do you know how many guys wanted to marry me?
And yet here you are, with the lowly security guard. Funny how that worked out.
Don't get smart with me. You know you got lucky.
Lucky? Is that what you call this? Living with someone who won't even cook dinner?
There you go about dinner again. Is food all you care about?
It's not about the food. It's about effort. You put 0 effort into this marriage.
Effort? I put in plenty of effort. Do you know how long it takes me to do my makeup? To pick out clothes? To look good for you?
Look good for me? You never even see me. I work nights half the time. You're usually asleep when I get home.
That's your fault for having such awful hours. What kind of husband works nights anyway?
A husband who's trying to support his family, who has to pay the bills.
There you go about money again. So tiresome.
Yes, money! Real life requires money, which I earn while you do nothing.
Nothing. I maintain my appearance. I go shopping. I meet friends.
Those aren't contributions to our marriage. Those are just things you do for yourself.
For myself? I'm maintaining my status. Our status.
What status? You won't even tell your friends what I do for a living.
Because it's embarrassing. Do you know how hard it is to admit I married a security guard?
But you did marry me, and now you're stuck with it. Unless...
Unless what? What are you trying to say?
No, just thinking out loud.
You better not be thinking what I think you're thinking. You know what happens when you make me angry.
Yes, I know. You threaten divorce, like always.
It's not a threat. It's a reminder of how good you have it.
Good? You call this good? Living with someone who despises my job? Who won't do any housework? Who treats me like a servant?
Don't be so dramatic. I don't treat you like a servant.
No? Then what do you call it? Ordering me to make dinner while I'm at work. Demanding I clean on my day off. Never helping with anything.
I told you when we got married. I'm not the housework type. You agreed to that.
I agreed to help, not be your personal butler.
Butler? Now who's being dramatic?
I'm just stating fact. You contribute nothing to this household. Nothing!
I contribute to my presence, my beauty, my social connections.
Social connections?
The ones you never want to meet. The friends you avoid.
I don't avoid them. They avoid me because you've told them I'm beneath them.
Well, aren't you? Be honest. Look at their husband. Then look at yourself.
I've looked at myself plenty, and you know what I see?
What? This should be good.
I see someone who works hard, who takes pride in his job, who tries to make his marriage work. Unlike you.
There you go again. All self-righteous. When you should be grateful.
Grateful. That word again. Why should I be grateful?
Because I chose you. Me. Don't you get it?
No, I don't get it. Explain it to me. Why should I be grateful for a wife who won't cook, won't clean, won't even respect my career?
You're hopeless. Absolutely hopeless. How did I end up with someone so dense?
You tell me, since you clearly think you made a mistake.
Don't put words in my mouth. I never said it was a mistake. Just that you should be more appreciative.
Appreciative of what exactly? Your constant criticism, your threats, your complete lack of effort?
My lack of effort? I put up with your job, don't I? I stay married to you, don't I?
You make it sound like such a sacrifice. Like you're doing me some huge favor.
Aren't I? Look at yourself, then look at me. Tell me I'm not doing you a favor.
You really believe that, don't you? That you're some kind of prize, that I should worship the ground you walk on?
Well, shouldn't you?
Same here. You keep saying this every time. I said I'd help with housework, but I never thought you'd make me do all of it. I have work too, and when I tried to talk about how hard it was, you wouldn't listen.
So what? You want a divorce? Is that what you're saying? You think you can do better?
I never said anything about divorce. You're the one who always brings it up.
Because you're being impossible. Questioning my worth. Acting like I'm not enough.
I'm just asking for basic respect. For my job. For my efforts. Is that really so impossible?
There you go with the respect thing again. You really don't get it, do you?
Get what? That you think you're better than me? Trust me, I get that loud and clear.
And you're talking back now. When did you get so bold? Did your security guard friends teach you this?
Stop mocking my job. Just stop.
Or what? What will a big, strong security guard do? Call back up?
This isn't funny. I'm trying to have a serious conversation.
And I'm trying to remind you of your place. You seem to have forgotten it.
My place? In my own marriage? Are you serious right now?
Completely serious. You've been getting too confident lately. Too demanding.
Demanding basic respect isn't being too confident. It's being human.
Human? Please. You're just a security guard who got lucky.
You keep saying that, but what exactly makes you such a catch? What do you bring to this marriage?
How dare you? Do you know what would happen to you if I left? If I actually filed for divorce?
What would happen? Tell me. I'm curious.
You'd be nothing. Nobody. Just another lonely security guard.
And what would you be? Have you thought about that?
I'd be fine. I'm beautiful. I can find someone else easily.
With no job? No skills? No work history?
I don't need those things. I have my looks. That's all that matters.
Is that what you really think? That looks are enough for you forever?
Don't try to lecture me. You're in no position. Remember who you are.
I know exactly who I am. I'm starting to wonder if you do.
What's that supposed to mean? You're getting awfully brave. For someone who could lose everything.
Lose what exactly? A wife who won't cook, won't clean, won't work, won't even show basic respect?
You ungrateful little man. After everything I've done for you.
Done for me? Like what? Name one thing.
I married you. Isn't that enough? Do you know how many men would kill for that chance?
Then maybe you should have married one of them, since I'm such a disappointment.
Is that what you want? For me to leave? To file those divorce papers?
You're the one who keeps bringing it up. Every single fight, it's your favorite threat.
It's not a threat. It's a promise. Cross me and see what happens.
See what happens. What are we, in high school?
You're really pushing it today. Testing my patience.
Your patience? What about mine? How much more am I supposed to take?
Take? You make it sound like I'm abusing you or something.
Aren't you? The constant put-downs, the threats, the total lack of respect.
If I divorce you, you're finished. Yet you think it's okay to talk to me like this?
There it is again. The divorce threat. Your only power move.
Only power move? You think I need more? One is enough to keep you in line.
Keep me in line? Like I'm some kind of pet?
More like a servant. And not a very good one. Can't even make dinner properly.
What do you mean, finished? My life doesn't end here. Being threatened like this, I just want it to end.
End? You think you can end this? You think you have that power?
It's not about power. It's about being tired. So tired of all of this.
Tired? You don't know what tired is. Try being married to someone beneath you. That's tiring.
No one forced you to marry me. You made that choice. And now you're stuck with it.
Stuck? I'm not stuck. I can leave any time. You're the one who's stuck.
Am I, though? Are you sure about that?
What's that supposed to mean? Are you threatening me now?
No, just thinking out loud. About choices and consequences.
Don't try to be clever. It doesn't suit you. Stick to watching doors.
And there it is again, the job insult. Your greatest hit.
Because it's true. You're nothing but a security guard. And you always will be.
Maybe, but at least I'm something. What are you?
I'm your wife. Your better half. You're everything.
My everything? Is that what you really think, that you're my everything?
Of course I am. Look at you. And look at me. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
Keep telling yourself that. Maybe one day it'll be true.
Your life will be over if we split up. Are you okay with that? You got lucky marrying someone as beautiful as me 2 years ago, and you're not even grateful for that luck?
Let me be clear about something. Ashley, are you enjoying mentally torturing me? Is this fun for you?
Torturing you? I'm helping you. Keeping you in your place. Making sure you don't forget how fortunate you are.
Fortunate, right, that's one word for it.
What are you even talking about? I'm saying I don't like how you're talking back to me. You got to marry someone like me. How dare you complain? Are you stupid?
No, I'm not stupid. I'm just tired of being treated like I am.
Tired? You're tired? Do you know how exhausting it is being married to someone so basic?
Basic? Is that what we're calling honest work now?
Honest work? Please. Standing around in a uniform isn't work.
That's enough. Just because I've been nice until now doesn't mean you can go this far. If you're gonna be a housewife, couldn't you at least think about your husband a little? I can't be perfect all the time either.
Perfect? Perfect? You're far from perfect. You're just a bottom feeder security guard. I'm too embarrassed to tell my friends. So lame. I'm shocked you're not embarrassed about it yourself.
Why would I be embarrassed? About having a steady job? About earning good money? About being responsible?
Good money? Don't make me laugh. My friend's husband makes triple what you make.
Is that all you care about? Money? Status?
Of course I care about status. Look at me. I deserve better than this.
Better than what exactly? A roof over your head? All bills paid? Unlimited shopping?
Don't act like you're some kind of provider. Any man could do that. I settled for you.
Shocked? There's nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm making a living with my current job and supporting a wife with expensive spending habits.
Expensive spending habits? I barely buy anything. Just the essentials.
Essentials? Since when is a third designer bag this month essential?
A woman needs accessories. Not that you'd understand. With your cheap uniform.
My uniform is my work clothes. It's professional. Unlike your attitude.
Professional? A security guard talking about being professional? That's hilarious.
You know what's really hilarious? How you think you're still some kind of prize when you contribute nothing.
Nothing? I contribute everything. My beauty, my presence, my grace.
Grace? Is that what you call threatening divorce every argument?
That's not a threat. It's a reminder of what you could lose.
What would I lose exactly? Someone who makes my life harder? Who puts me down constantly? Who thinks they're too good to cook or clean?
You should be grateful I even let you talk to me. Do you know how many men would love to be in your position?
Then go find one of them if I'm so beneath you.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you giving me permission? Like I need it?
No, I'm just tired of hearing about how lucky I am when all I feel is drained.
Drained? From what? Your incredibly demanding door-watching job?
From you! From your constant criticism! From your threats! From everything!
Oh, so I'm draining now? The beautiful wife you begged to marry is draining?
I never begged! You said yes when I asked, that's all!
Because I felt sorry for you. Because I thought you'd worship me forever. Like you should.
Worship you? For what? What have you done to deserve worship?
Look at me. I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. I am everything.
You keep saying that, but beauty fades. What else do you have?
How dare you? How dare you suggest I'll fade? I'll always be beautiful.
Everyone ages, Ashley. Everyone changes. What happens then?
Nothing happens. I'll still be better than you. Always better.
Right. Keep telling yourself that. While you do nothing all day. While you contribute nothing. While you are nothing.
Nothing? Nothing? I am everything. Everything!
You're delusional. Completely delusional, and I'm done pretending otherwise.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you threatening me? You can't threaten me. I'm the one who makes threats.
No threats, just facts. And the fact is, I'm tired.
Acting tough, huh? I'll let it slide today, but make sure you cook tomorrow. Later.
What a piece of work. I can't take this anymore. I really can't.
Why isn't there food ready today either? What have you been doing all day? Do you know how many days this has been?
Are we really doing this again? After yesterday's conversation?
What about yesterday? Did you think I was joking? About expecting dinner?
Why do I have to cook for you? When did this become my responsibility?
Since you married me. Since you promised to take care of everything.
I promised to help, not be your personal chef, not be your servant.
There you go again, playing victim. When you're the one failing as a husband.
Failing? By working full-time? By paying all the bills? By doing all the housework?
What? That's a husband's duty, isn't it? What are you thinking? This is so frustrating. Not giving me food money and not preparing meals? You're the worst.
Food money? The credit card is always full. You spend hundreds at restaurants every week.
That's different. That's for when I'm out with friends. I need money for home, too.
Then cook at home. The fridge is full of groceries that I bought that you never use.
Are you really suggesting I should cook? After all this time? Have you lost your mind?
Then just leave. If it's so terrible here, just go.
What? Who do you think you're talking to? You know what happens when you make me angry.
Yes, I know. You'll threaten divorce again, like always.
Don't test me. You know I'll do it. I'll really leave this time.
Get angry if you want. I don't care if you're angry anymore. Go ahead and blow up. Go wherever you want if you're so unhappy. You got nothing but complaints anyway. Good thing you can leave. But don't come back.
Don't come back? Don't come back? Who do you think you are?
I'm your husband, at least for now. Though I'm starting to wonder why.
Starting to wonder? Like you have a choice? Like you could do better?
Maybe I could. Maybe being alone would be better than this.
Then what? Than having a beautiful wife? Than having someone like me?
Beautiful on the outside, maybe. Inside, that's a different story.
How dare you? After everything I've done for you, all the sacrifices I've made.
What sacrifices? Name one, just one real sacrifice.
I married you. Isn't that sacrifice enough? Looking at your uniform every day? Hearing about your boring job?
You really believe that, don't you? That you're some kind of martyr for marrying me?
Of course I am. Look at you. And look at me. The difference is obvious.
You're right, the difference is obvious. I work, I contribute, I try. You don't.
Try? You think I don't try? Do you know how hard it is maintaining this figure? This face? This lifestyle?
What lifestyle? Shopping with my money? Eating out with my money? Doing nothing all day?
Nothing? Nothing? How dare you?
Yes, nothing. And I'm tired of it. All of it.
I don't understand what you're saying. You want me to divorce you? Is that what this is?
Stop using divorce as a threat. It's getting old.
See, you're panicking. Just admit you can't make it without me. You should be grateful I even married someone with such a low income as a security guard. Your life is over if I divorce you.
We're already divorced, so what's your point?
What? What are you talking about? Divorced? Stop joking around.
Remember when you shoved those divorce papers at me during our last fight? I submitted them the next day, and they've been processed. I explained all this to you directly.
No, you didn't. I would remember something like that.
I told you last week you were too busy on your phone, scrolling through Instagram like always.
I never heard about this. The divorce papers were submitted and processed? What? This isn't possible.
Well, you were too busy on your phone to listen, weren't you? But now you know. We're divorced and we're strangers now. Good for you. You wanted a divorce, right?
What are you saying on your own? Who gave you permission? You can't just do this.
I didn't think I needed permission. Why would I need permission? You thought divorce was a punishment, right? That's what you thought. So I submitted the divorce papers for you. Aren't you happy you got to punish me?
Stop talking nonsense. Take them back. Undo it.
It doesn't work that way. You know that. It's done.
This seriously makes no sense. I can't understand how you went ahead and submitted the divorce papers. Those were my papers. My threat.
Exactly. Your threat, your papers, your choice. I just followed through.
But I didn't mean it. It was just to keep you in line. To remind you of your place.
My place? And where exactly is that? Below you? At your feet? Not anymore.
You can't do this. You need me. You're nothing without me.
I told you multiple times. I was at my limit with you too, so I'm glad we're divorced. So hurry up and move out.
Move out? Move out? This is my house too.
Was your house. Check the papers you never bothered to read.
What are you saying? What will you do without me? Without me, you're just a bottom feeder security guard.
Bottom feeder? What do you even know about my job to say that? What do you know about anything I do?
What do you mean? You watch doors. You walk around with a flashlight. That's it.
First of all, I don't understand why you look down on security guards, but I've long since been promoted and am successful enough to manage a branch office. My income is above average for our age group.
That's a lie. You're lying to me. You can't be making that much.
How else do you think I could support someone with such expensive spending habits? Those designer bags, those restaurant bills, those shopping sprees.
So you really were making that much? All this time? And you never told me?
I tried. Many times. You never listened. You were too busy looking down on me.
But if you make that much, why didn't you say something? Why did you let me think?
Let you think what? That I was beneath you? That I was lucky to have you? That you were doing me a favor?
You don't understand. If I had known, if I had realized.
What? You would have treated me better? Respected me more because of money?
No, I mean, yes, maybe. I don't know.
And that's exactly why we're divorced now. Because you never saw me, just my uniform, just your assumptions, just your prejudices.
But we can fix this. Now that I know, we can start over.
No, we can't. Because nothing's really changed. You're still the same person who thinks money equals worth, who uses divorce as a weapon, who contributes nothing but demands everything.
That's not fair. I can change. I can learn to cook. I can try cleaning.
Too late. 2 years too late. The papers are filed. The divorce is final. It's over.
I heard that Ashley panicked and refused to leave, which led to the police being called. It turned into quite a scene. In the end, she must have realized things would only get worse, so she finally moved out. But I hear she's still begging Kevin to get back together. Kevin has long since moved and started a new life, completely ignoring her, while Ashley continues to live in poverty.
Okay, that is it. I've literally had just about enough of this nonsense. Why the heck are you not answering the phone, Jackson? I have already called you a bunch of times. But you seem to have continued to ignore them. You need to call me back as soon as possible. I'm not kidding around here. The wedding ceremony is about to start really soon. Hi, sweet daughter. Is everything okay with you? What's happening out the back of the venue? Is your dress and everything okay? What's going on? Mom, I really don't know what's happening at the moment. Yeah, everything's okay. I'm just trying to get a hold of Jackson to make sure he's okay. Okay, but look, about Jackson's family. I don't see them in their family seats that were put out for them. I really don't think they've arrived yet. I'm really not sure what's going on here, but I have a bad feeling, and I thought maybe you were having some kind of trouble with them, dear? Oh, no, that's not it, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm not in any trouble at all. There's no need to worry about anything right now, so you can just relax for a little while. Are you absolutely sure about that, Sabrina? Well, if you say so, my dear. I just want everything to go well for you today. You know, this is such an amazing venue to have your wedding in. I just wanted to thank some of them for coming today to celebrate you getting married and such what. I'm a very happy person today, my dear. At least before I die, I'll get to see my own daughter in a beautiful wedding dress. I've got no regrets with how this and my life has turned out. I'm really honored to be here for you, Sabrina. Oh, come on now, Mom. There's no need to say something like that. Even the doctor said that there's such a chance of recovery. It's not absolutely 0%, all right? If I could do anything more for you, Mom, I would. I wish that what's happening to you would just stop and that you're able to heal and to live more of your life. Hey, it's okay, my dear daughter. You've done more than enough for me. In my eyes, you're the world's most comforting and supportive daughter. Also, I want to meet up with soon. I really wish to them how beautiful my daughter looks today in her wedding dress, the veil, and the super cute heels. Hopefully, everything will come together soon enough. Oh, Mom, you're too kind to be saying things like that. I really do hope that things will work out. I hope that Jackson's family all show up soon. Really? You're still not picking up? Are you kidding me right now? This is outrageous, and I've had enough. Answer your stupid phone, Jackson! Are you even seeing the messages that are being sent to you from me? Because every time I send a message through, it looks like you've read it. Are you actually ignoring me? Carol, this is urgent. We really need to talk immediately. Where are you right now? Things are not going so well with me right now. I'm getting very anxious. Oh, Sabrina, sweet child. What's going on? Is everything all right? Do I need to come and get you from somewhere? I'm wondering why you're messaging me for. Are you kidding me? You're seriously asking me what's happening? Don't you think you should know what's happening today? The wedding ceremony is about to start. You all need to hurry up and get yourselves over to the venue right now. I'm not messing around anymore. My family have already gathered for the wedding. Huh? What on earth are you even talking about, silly girl? You sound crazy right now. I thought that you both were going to break off the engagement and everything like that. I'm sorry, what the heck did you just say? Are you telling me that somehow our wedding ceremony has been called off? Where on earth did you hear this? Well, I hate to tell you this, but that's what I heard from Jackson. He said that you both had called off the wedding and that it wasn't happening today. What on earth are you talking about, Carol? This makes no sense because we actually haven't called off our engagement at all, and the ceremony's supposed to happen today.
Hey girls, so what's up with you? I see that you've been leaving me a dozen or so voicemails and texts on here. I guess you want to talk to me, huh?
Oh my god, Jackson! It's about time that you messaged me back! What's your deal, huh? Why on earth have you been ignoring me today?
Hey, I'm just trying to talk to you. Jeez, you really need to calm down, woman. I'm returning your texts now, so what's up?
Are you actually kidding me with this crap right now? What's with your attitude, Jackson? What's your deal, huh? Where on earth are you right now? Tell me!
Okay, you really do need to take a chill pill, lady. I'm allowed to be anywhere I want, so yeah. How are things on your end? What's this desperate messaging all about?
How are things on my end? This has got to be some cruel prank you're pulling right now to stir me up. All the preparations for the wedding have been completed. Do you have any idea what's been going on over here at the venue? You didn't pay any attention to my messages, did you? All the guests and my family are gathering here.
Oh, wow, really? Well, isn't that great to hear? Well, I guess there really is no turning back now. This is crazy that it's happening. Wow, you sound so proud of yourself.
Oh my god, what do you even mean by there's no turning back? What on earth are you talking about? Why do you have this attitude with me for? Just get your butt over here to this venue, quickly now. You know, your mother told me something. Now, what was it? Oh yeah, you broke off the engagement? Jackson, how on earth can you break up an engagement when I had no idea about it, huh? Why are you lying to your mom about something so silly and absurd?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but it's not a lie, Sabrina. Isn't it obvious? I'm breaking off my engagement to you because it needed to happen.
Are you seriously kidding me right now? Are you bailing on this marriage to me? What on earth for? Why didn't you come to me and talk about it? I don't understand.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. Stop with the hassling. Of course, it's all because I got no reason to marry you anymore. It's just not going to be a good fit for me.
What the heck is that supposed to mean? What do you mean you've got no reason to marry me anymore? Does love not count anymore?
Okay, so I've been doing really well at work lately. The president of the company I work for said that he's got high hopes for me and what business I can bring in for him. He even told me that I'm the perfect candidate for the position that's opening up really soon. I could be a CEO in no time. Isn't that amazing, Sabrina?
But that's literally got nothing to do with what we're actually talking about, Jackson. You've gone off in a tangent. Why are you talking about breaking off the engagement then?
Wow, you really can't understand why I'm breaking off the engagement? Do I have to tell you in such simple terms that you can understand? Wow, you must be so dumb!
Excuse me? Did you seriously just call me dumb when I'm literally not in the know about what's going on? I've had enough of this roundabout talk. Explain your reason to me properly.
Fine, if you must insist. Even though I managed to get a job at this large and critically acclaimed company, all the juniors and incompetent people are more favored. I feel like when I'm working hard and doing my job properly compared to everybody else, there's still no one who appreciates all the things I do. They're seriously all just a bunch of idiots with no vision. It's a waste of my talent to be in such a crappy workplace, all right? I want to quit this company and start my own business. Because I'm wanting to do all these things and change my life, like a lot, this is why I've decided not to get married to you, Sabrina. There, I said it.
Okay, but it still doesn't make any sense to me when you tell me about your plans for your career. I feel like I'm missing something here. I really don't understand what you mean.
Well, I really don't know how much more I can explain to you, Sabrina. This is on you if you can't get it through your thick head. Can you understand this? You know, I'm not surprised that this is so difficult because it's so tough explaining things like this to a fool like you. You make things so difficult.
It's only because I've got to keep provoking you into actually talking to me properly. Do you not understand that, Jackson? I seriously don't understand what's happening right now.
Okay, so your family, they're wealthy, aren't they? You live in a big house that never seems to end and you have a flash luxury car, yes? You've got those things, right?
Yes, I do. My family has worked hard to get those sort of things and deserve to have nice things. What's that got to do with me and us getting married, Jackson?
Could you seriously wait until I actually get to my point? Thank you very much. So, your father died a long time ago and now your mother is sick and dying, huh? You really want to know why I wanted to marry you in the first place, Sabrina? If we were to get married today, you would inherit a fortune soon, right? You want to know what I was going to do when the time came? I was going to take the money and use it to start my own business, like I should have done ages ago.
What the heck, Jackson? Just hold on a minute there. So, you were actually trying to marry me so that you could get money out of my parents? Is that seriously the reason why you liked me in the first place?
Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Why would anyone want to marry a 34-year-old woman who's super strong-willed and stubborn, huh?
I don't get why you're making me into the problem right now, Jackson. Also, you're literally older than me, and being 34 isn't that bad at all. You don't know what you're talking about.
Well, unlike women, Sabrina, men actually get more attractive as they age. Our wrinkles don't go as deep, and we don't have cellulite like women do. You need to look at reality, Sabrina. In order for me to start a business, all I wanted to do was endure your family until that bottomless hag moves forward into the afterlife. But at least now I no longer have to do that anymore. What a relief for me, to be honest with you. After all, I'm gonna be the next president of my large company. So, since the beginning of this pathetic excuse for a conversation, I've explained everything in itty-bitty details to you, okay? Do you understand?
Ah, okay. I see what you were planning. Yeah. Thank you for explaining this all to me thoroughly. I completely understand now what you were trying to do. You're a lost cause.
Well, that explains a lot about me, doesn't it, Sabrina? As expected, I can explain things to fools when they don't understand where I'm coming from. I gave you a live demo.
Okay. I suppose you did. First, I just want to say that I want to show these messages to my guests, family, and other relatives that are here at the ceremony today. Is that all right?
Fine by me. You can do whatever you like. I'm not gonna stop you. Oh, I'm so relieved about all of this, even though this was all just for money. It was still stressful trying to fawn over someone like you when I wasn't even really attracted to you. This really is a huge weight off my shoulders.
Well, I guess that's good for you. I don't know what else to say apart from that, Jackson. Well, I suppose I'll just see you later whenever you want to show your face.
Huh? Later? What do you mean by later? Didn't you get what I just said before? I don't want to see you at all. Wasn't I being obvious before?
Oh, really? Is that so? You just want to cut me off altogether just like that? You really don't want to have anything to do with me anymore? Is that true?
Well, maybe it is true. Maybe you were gonna turn around and ask me to marry you or something? Don't even think about it, all right? Who would marry someone like you? You're so stupid.
Nah, I totally get why you would be so frightened of that thought. I see what you're trying to say. It's so great to hear the whole truth about you coming out now.
Hey, Sabrina! Don't ignore my messages now, do you hear me? I shouldn't have to accept this type of behavior. What on earth are you doing?
Huh? Jackson? Is everything all right with you? You seem tense. I thought you were gone and that you didn't want to hear or see me anymore.
Well, I was just wanted to talk to you about something. I went to call the president of the company I work for. Then I started to panic about what he was telling me. He said that if my actions were to continue like this, that the company's reputation will be ruined and that it'll go under. How could this possibly be true? He's telling me that it's all my fault that the company's gonna fail. I don't understand what's happening, but I bet you do. What the heck have you been doing?
Well, I guess you've already been told about it. I guess that's just what happens when you know the right people in the right places, Jackson.
Okay, you're making me so confused right now, it's not even funny. What the heck did you tell the president of my company? Explain this to me properly now.
Must I really have to do that, Jackson? Fine. But like you said before, it's so difficult to explain things to an utter fool who just doesn't understand how businesses work, right? You seem to have many misconceptions about a lot of things that have to do with me. This is all just a huge misunderstanding on your part, Jackson. You do know that my family isn't that particularly wealthy, right? In fact, we've been struggling financially since I was a kid because we're a single-parent household.
What the heck are you even talking about, Sabrina? Why must you always try and twist things to make everyone feel sorry for you? There's no way that's real. Your family have this huge, newly constructed house, and your mom has that nice, shiny car. Isn't that right, Sabrina?
Well, you've only got half of the story right. She's only got a nice car because I was able to buy that car for her as a gift. She also just looks after her things well.
What the heck, Sabrina? How is that possible? How are you able to come up with the money to pay for a fancy car like that when you said you struggled with money throughout your life?
You probably think I'm lying to you, but I'm just going to come right out and say why I'm able to afford that car. It's because I run a few businesses.
Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? You're definitely lying. That's absolutely insane, and I don't believe for 1 second that's true. You could come up with better lies than that. There's no way that you do, because you just stay at home all day and do nothing. You don't go to work, school, or any type of institution. You literally wear the worst cheap clothing on the market. You wear such plain clothes all the time, and it was so embarrassing to go out of the house with you. You can't have such a huge amount of money in your accounts.
It's only because of my mom's illness that I temporarily entrusted my business to someone else. I'm also living at home for that same reason. Also, my clothes are from a very good clothing boutique, so don't shame me for the clothes I wear. That's so low of you, Jackson. I guess it looks cheap to you because there's no huge brand logo on it.
She's okay, but seriously, I still don't get how you could possibly run businesses when you've done nothing productive with your life, Sabrina.
Oh, would you just shut up, Jackson? Do you seriously think that you're the only one in this world that has been remotely successful? Come on, use your brain. My mom had to sacrifice a lot as a single mother. All I wanted to do was to repay her for all the things that she couldn't get herself when I was a child. So what I did was I studied really hard at school, and I worked hard to make my way up the career ladder. To be honest though, I kind of regret doing all that now. If I didn't spend all my time working or studying, I would have been able to spend more time with her. My mom got sick from overworking for so many years. If I spent more time with her and witnessed what she was actually doing and feeling, then maybe I could have noticed her illness much sooner. Anyway, I've got a lot of business owners who I owe favors to. One of them must have known the president of your company, Jackson. Such a small world.
Which leads me into asking you this question. Why didn't you tell me any of this earlier on? If I had known you were so amazing, I would have been more careful with the situation.
Well, to be honest with you, Jackson, it's actually a really good thing that I found out your true colors before we got married. So it's lucky I wasn't so committed to you.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. There's really no need to talk to me that way. If anything, you should be the one to contact the president of my company yourself and clear up this misunderstanding.
Hold on a minute. Are you seriously asking me to do all the running around after you? You're the one who misunderstood who I was as a person.
Well, you should, because you never told me about who you really were and what you did for a living. It's all because you kept quiet about important things. You're responsible for this mess.
Excuse me? I'm responsible? Have you lost your mind or something? You're saying it's all my fault that things aren't going your way. Jeez, you've got some nerve. You're literally the one who called my mother a bottomless hag. How dare you say these sort of things to me? Why should I help someone like you for, huh?
Okay, fine. I take it back. I swear I didn't really mean what I said, and I'm so sorry, all right? Please help me out, okay? I've finally gotten on the fast track to becoming the next president of the company. Help me out, please!
You're seriously wanting my help. Okay, I'll explain what's going on and tell the president of the company myself what's happening. Give me the contact information.
Thank you. I'm glad that you're actually doing something for me for once. This is all gonna go my way in the end. Please clear up the misunderstanding properly with him. Hey! Answer your stupid phone, Sabrina. We need to talk. Are you seriously just getting back at me for what I was doing to you before or something? Hey, this is getting beyond a joke now, Sabrina. I've had it up to here with you and your ignorance. Why aren't you responding? You've read this message, haven't you? What is this madness? Why are you being so rude right now? Stop ignoring me and message me back, please. We need to talk. It's urgent.
Hey, what's up, bro? What on earth are you talking about? I'm not ignoring you at all. I've just been so busy with talking to other people. I'm not being rude.
Oh, shut up, you stupid woman! How dare you mess me about like this? It's not funny, you know! Don't say what am I talking about. What did you tell the president, huh?
All I did, Jackson, was told him what actually happened. That you called my dear mother a bottomless hag, and I basically said everything else that we talked about.
What the heck, Sabrina? Why on earth would you go and tell him that for? Do you have any idea what this is gonna do to my reputation? What?
Okay, but what I don't get is why you're so surprised right now, huh? I was just saying what you said to me, alright? Didn't you tell me to explain it to him? I said I would clear up the misunderstanding.
That's not what I meant at all, Sabrina! Are you seriously kidding me right now? I meant for you to explain it in a way that would get me the job position that I've always wanted! Are you seriously that much of an idiot that you would actually tell him what I really said? This is unbelievable! You're literally such an idiot, Sabrina!
If anything's to go by right now, I think you're the one who's being a bit of an idiot. Do I have to spell it out for you what I said? I repeated our exact conversation.
And you did that knowing that there were going to be consequences over what I said. You basically threw me under the bus, Sabrina. The president is furious and is going to fire me.
Oh, wow, really? To be honest, I feel like that would be the right thing to do since you said so many horrible things to me about my mom. The president is quick to make decisions, huh?
I can't believe how casual you're being about this. This is all your fault that I'm getting fired. I can't have this happen to me. You need to fix this mess.
And look at you, Jackson. You're blaming other people and never taking responsibility for the things you say to people. Your words hurt, Jackson. Just remember that.
I was finally getting somewhere in this big company because it's so difficult to stand out so the president can see you. I was on the fast track to being CEO. And now everything has gone down the drain and through the sewer pipe. I've got to go job hunting now? This isn't a laughing matter, Sabrina.
Well, considering what you said and what kind of power the president has in this town, I hope that you can find a job and be successful in whatever it is you want to do.
I'm sorry. I beg your pardon? What the heck's that supposed to mean, Sabrina? What do you mean that you hope I can get a job in this town after this?
Well, I posted what happened on our group chat, including the screenshots of your messages. Things that were said needed to be shown to everyone.
Excuse me? Are you actually for real? What on earth did you do that for? Why would you do something so drastic? I don't understand.
Because it needed to be done, and I'm not being played for a fool anymore, Jackson. There was no other choice in the matter. I had already announced our marriage. There was no point with this charade of yours anymore, so I had to report that we were breaking up to everyone so they had some peace of mind. No decent company would hire you after something like this.
How can you do something like this to me? All I wanted was your help and you stabbed me in the back. Why would you send anything to the group chat?
Well, I think what I did was better than canceling the wedding on the actual day it was supposed to happen, yes? How dare you leave me at the altar? At least the one thing I got out of this is that I don't have to marry an absolute loser like you anymore. And at least I haven't lost my job or my future.
How dare you talk to me in such a way? You're just trying to get back at me because I ditched you, aren't you, Sabrina? Don't you know how pathetic that is? Whatever. None of this is that much of a big deal to me anymore. I was actually planning on quitting my job anyways, so you've actually done me a favor.
Oh, okay, so now you're talking crap. That's just great, isn't it, Jackson? I suppose you seem just that bit more relaxed now. Such perfect timing. No harm done then.
Ugh, you're so desperate to have me back, aren't you, you little madam? How dare you try and screw me over so much? Can't you leave me alone? You treat me like this and then try to get me fired. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna get rid of your existence, that incompetent president at the company, and everyone else who's involved in this matter.
Okay, but how are you seriously going to go about doing that, huh? How are you even going to start a business in this town? Do you really think people will go to you?
Don't be so cocky with me, Sabrina. It's not a good look for an aging woman like you. I've worked at a large company for over a decade now. I've got some savings, and with my experience on top of that, banks will be willing to lend me a significant amount of cash money. I'll have no troubles at all.
Well, I'm not so sure about that one, as you'll have the engagement breakup compensation and the wedding venue costs that you owe me. It's going to be tough for you.
I'm sorry, we need to rewind a bit here. What on earth are you talking about? What compensation? What venue costs? That's already paid for, isn't it?
Oh, I see what you're doing. You thought I was a dumb, naive woman who lives at home and lets people walk all over me, didn't you, Jackson? You probably thought that I would just give up and cry about what happened to me and played the victim for a long time. Well, too bad, Jackson. I won't give you the satisfaction. I've already consulted a lawyer about all of this, and I'll be sending you a demand letter soon about the payment you owe me. Didn't you read the wedding contract? Canceling the wedding on the actual day means a full refund needs to be given back to the venue, considering the maliciousness of your actions. The compensation will be much higher than the standard amount that people are charged when they cancel at the last minute. I've got you now, Jackson.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. You can't just do something like this to me when I'm going through so much already. That's a bit unfair, don't you think?
Have you thought about what I've been going through? Ugh, all you care about is yourself and your well-being, nobody else's. I'm so glad the wedding didn't go to plan. But now we both have to stand up and pay for what's happened. You were trying to cause as much damage to me as possible, but it's a pity that your plan didn't work.
I had no plan at all. I haven't got a clue what you're talking about at all, Sabrina. You're absolutely delusional. I'm not going to deal with any of this nonsense.
You've caused me so much emotional and mental damage that it's not even funny. I'll like to see you keep making excuses like this in court later, Jackson. Bye.
No, wait a minute, Sabrina. You're not seriously taking me to court over this, are you? You know deep down that this shouldn't be what you're doing, right? Hey, get back here! Hey, you there! You really need to cut this out right now! What the heck do you think you're doing, Sabrina? You don't need to go this far at all! You can't do this to me!
I'm sorry, who is this? Oh, wait a minute. Is that you, Jackson? What are you even talking about right now? You've not messaged me in over half a year, bro.
Don't you dare say that to me! You know exactly what I'm talking about! I haven't closed a single deal. I'm getting ripped off by all of my suppliers, and a trusted employee is run off with my money! You do realize that I know what you've done? I know that you're the one who's behind all of this happening to me. You've gone way too far now, and I need this to stop this instant!
Whoa, okay. First of all, take a few deep breaths and calm down just a little bit, okay? And second of all, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about, Jackson.
Are you being serious right now? How can you have no idea what I'm talking about when this was your plan for me all along? Stop playing dumb with me!
No, really, I'm being serious. I really don't know what you're talking about, Jackson. Can't you just explain to me properly what's going on instead of blaming me first?
I mean, you know that I started this company of mine, right? So you thought that it would be great to sabotage me because of it, right?
Well, I always thought that you were just all talk and no action, but you actually did start a business. Like, I really never thought that you would make it happen.
Why on earth are you acting like this, Sabrina? I never thought that you'd be this petty to sabotage my dreams. How could you not know? You've been interfering with everything I do.
What the heck are you on about, Jackson? You're literally not making any sense. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. Seriously, I don't.
Really? Seriously? That's impossible. How can you not know what's been going on with me and my company? Everything's going wrong because you're sabotaging me.
I really don't get why you've bombarding me with messages when I don't have time for this sort of crap, and I'm not interested in you anymore.
But I don't understand how you haven't been involved in what's happening to me. Why has everything gone so wrong? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, if you ask me, maybe you haven't thought about what you've been doing for your own company. You haven't got the skill level to be a successful businessman. You're so bad.
That's not even remotely true! You know nothing, Sabrina! What are you talking about? I was about to become the next president of a huge company if it weren't for you!
What did you just say to me? Are you being serious? What the heck, Jackson? You're even dumber than I thought you were. This is unbelievable.
Excuse me? Don't you dare call me dumb when I'm not! You need to explain to me properly what the heck you're saying and how you're gonna help me!
Why on earth should I help you for, huh? I've got to explain things to you like you're a child, Jackson. You weren't being promoted because you had some sort of magical talent.
What the heck do you mean by that? I'm in shock that you would say something like that to me, especially when I was going to marry you!
Would you just shut up for once in your stupid life, Jackson? You just got lucky with that promotion, and do you know why? Because your fiancé was me. That's right, you were only promoted because you were dating me. Before that, no one paid any attention to you, not even your coworkers. You were even passed over by your juniors. And then, all of a sudden, you get noticed and you're being promoted? Don't you see how suspicious that is? You just didn't see the signs, did you, Jackson? Also, that company that you started, I knew it was going to be a flop because you really don't know how to run a business, do you, Jackson? You failed in less than 6 months. That's got to be a record, don't you think? I can't believe how quickly everything went downhill for you, Jackson. To be honest, I saw it coming, even if you didn't.
How dare you speak in such a way? I was nothing but kind to you throughout this whole thing, and this is how you repay me? Do you think this is how you should treat someone, Sabrina?
I can treat you how I like, considering you're the one who embarrassed me in front of our entire guests at the wedding ceremony that was supposed to happen. You completely abandoned me. That's worse than me speaking to you like this.
None of what you're saying is true anyways. It doesn't matter at all. No one will believe what you say about me. I'm still a good businessman, and I just hit a little bump in the road.
Just leave me in peace. I'm living my own way, in my own world, and you can't stop me, you stupid man who doesn't know what he's doing. I don't care what you do anymore.
No, please wait just a minute, all right? You've heard about my situation that I'm in, and you don't have any more thoughts about how I can get out of it?
What on earth are you saying, Jackson? There's literally nothing more to talk about between us. What you're dealing with now is just how it is, man.
What do you mean? Don't you feel the least bit sorry for me, or even want to lend a helping hand? What am I supposed to do? I can't just be left in this state. Okay, I've explained everything to you. You know exactly what's going on, right? Is it all right if you lend me a little bit of money to get me out of this situation? About $50,000 should do it. Actually, no, I miscalculated that. I actually don't need that much money. About $30,000 should be sufficient. So it would be really good if you could lend it to me, okay?
Huh? Are you seriously kidding me right now, Jackson? You think that I would give you any money after what you did to me? Are you for real? You've literally lost it. There's no way that I would trust you with any money. I would never see that money again, and you know it too. Don't be so ridiculous.
But please, Sabrina, I really need your help with all of this. I'm in such a mess because of this business, and with some bad people as well. I don't want to be beaten up or shoved in front of oncoming traffic.
What the heck are you talking about? Are you involved with some gangs or something? Do you owe people money? If anything, that's on you, Jackson. There's absolutely no way that I want to be in this mess when things turn upside down. I want to be as far away from you as possible. Stay away from me.
Oh, come on, Sabrina. It hasn't gotten that bad yet, but please, I need at least some assistance. It doesn't have to be that much money, and I will pay you back, I promise.
You are literally the worst human being I've ever had to deal with. I'm not giving you a single cent. You should have thought through your situation better, Jackson. Leave me alone, Jackson. I don't trust you as far as I can throw you. Stay away from me, my family, and my friends. Don't call me or text me. I'm blocking you now. Goodbye.
No! Sabrina, wait! Please come back! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to do all those horrible things to you! It was all a mistake! Please help me! Come back! Answer me! Please pick up! I can't do this without you! Look, I borrowed money from the gangs, and I need to pay it back to them as soon as possible. Otherwise, they could literally do anything to me. My life is literally on the line here, and I really need your help. I didn't mean to do what I did at the wedding ceremony. I know it was the wrong way to do things, and I'm really sorry. You really need to unblock me and read my messages.
Hey Mom, I thought I would message you to see how you're feeling and how things are going with you. I've noticed recently that you're getting a lot of color back into your face. Hello, sweet daughter of mine. Oh, really now? Well, I've recently been wanting to eat a lot more food, so I have been. I've been able to move my body a lot more as well. The doctor said that I've gained a lot of my energy back, and they praised me for getting more exercise and eating more nutritious food. I feel good, Sabrina. My immunity and recovery ability are completely different than before. My illness isn't always in the front of my mind like it was before. Wow, Mom, that's great to hear. What's made you change how you feel, Mom? You've been so passive with fighting your illness up until now. I know I have, yes. That's very much a given. I don't know. I think maybe it was that evil ex of yours that called me a dark old hag who's about to die changed my look on life. Now I feel like I can die with happiness now that my mindset has changed about my sickness. That damn man. Next I see him, I'll beat him to a pulp. I'm sorry, my dear. I know I shouldn't speak that way of anyone, but he was cruel, and I'm so glad that he's out of your life now. Sorry, I'm also running late. I'll see you soon. No problem, Mom. You can talk about him how you like, because he was such a jerk. I'm glad you've gotten stronger, and I'm proud of us for getting through this. After that whole situation, Tina then surprised the doctor more about how she was feeling. She showed incredible resilience and was able to overcome her illness with ease and a change in mindset. It must have been all the energy from how Jackson talked about her that made her so determined to stay alive. Maybe it's better to be grateful that Jackson said those things to her. Otherwise, she might not be here today. Also, as for what happened to Jackson, the gangs he was financially involved with showed up at his front door recently. After 2 hours of being holed up, the police were called. Even though he was able to escape their clutches temporarily, this only made them more angry and added fuel to the fire. Jackson had no choice but to ask his parents for some help with his mess. But after what he did to Sabrina at the wedding ceremony, they had lost all patience for him and rejected his request. He was eventually caught by the gangs and has been missing ever since. The gangs were very honest and reported the incident. Later on, they told Sabrina he's still alive, poor thing. She was too scared to ask more. It sounds like he barely made it out alive.